Alright guys, so what is going down here in the gym, and I just want to say first of all, I appreciate you guys' support on the return back to YouTube. It feels freaking good to be back, man. Like I was saying in that last vid, you know, I want to do some videos this year which are more topic specific videos. So we're starting off today, biceps, how to grow them. Biceps is definitely something that I've managed to build over the years. It was definitely one of the first things that I focused on along with my calf muscles. Where my physique was nothing, it was biceps and calves is what I wanted. So here's what we're gonna run through. These exercises I'm gonna show you 3 times a week, 15 sets. I'd say twice a week, you wanna be doing it on the same day as another body part. So if you're doing some chest and biceps maybe, some back and biceps on another day, and then on that other day, if you're already hitting some shoulders and triceps, maybe hit the biceps, add this to the end of your workout. If you're having an off day, come in and just hit the biceps. Always make this time, there's 15 sets at the end of each workout, 3 times a week. I guarantee you, the growth in your biceps is gonna be unreal. So, first things first, we're gonna be doing a standing dumbbell curl pyramid, and we're gonna start light, and this is mainly to just warm up our biceps, and more importantly, our forearm muscle there. When you start curling, you're gonna get in the gym. If you start trying to go into heavy curls, let's say you're doing a barbell curl, your forearms are going to be what just not only fatigues, but you can start stretching them, pulling them in ways you don't want, because your bicep is a lot stronger than your forearms in this position. When you're doing a curl, your forearms are a lot more compromised in that parallel. So what we're going to do, I always come in, start really light, and just standard dumbbell curls with a supination of the wrist, twisting up. More so what this is going to do, like I said, just warm up those forearms into it, warm up the biceps. Just going to be going 12 to 15 reps each arm. And what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be pyramiding up. So always start with the 10s. I'm going to be going up in 2 to 2.5 kg increments until I get to that point where I'm struggling for that kind of 8 to 10 reps. First set done, feeling warm. We're going to go straight into the 15s. Same thing. 10 to 12 to 15 reps. It's going to be really important. Have your hands by your hips with your hands in that hammer grip position. That's going to allow you each rep to curl up into the supinating of your wrist. You're going to be twisting around and doing that twist. It's going to be bringing the tension from the outer part of your bicep onto the inner, and you're going to work everything evenly. If you're just doing it like this, you're going to be only working your inner bicep. We want to hit a bit of outer as well, as much of that bicep as we can. Next exercise, we're going to target more of the inner, and then the final exercise, we're going to hit more of the outer. So these curls, man, these are the staple for if you're trying to grow your biceps. These are what you're going to be warming up with and starting, you know, your bicep exercises with always. 10 to 12 good reps each arm. Another thing when you're doing it, lean into the rep, lean your head in. It's going to help just ensure that contraction, because what we want to do, we want to make sure that our mind is in there, in that bicep mentally, each rep. So 1.5 minute rest. We're going to pick up these, go for 10 to 12 still each arm. Let's go. There, at least another 2 reps. Definitely fatiguing a bit harder on that one. So already guys, only 3 sets in, and I'm feeling pumped. The biceps are feeling cooked. Biceps, you know, because we're isolating just the bicep, we've got a bit of forearm as the support as well. You're only gonna need, like I said, I was saying 15 sets, you'll only need even 12 sets. We're gonna aim for that 15, but 12 to 15 sets. So on each exercise, we're going for about 4 sets. It's gonna be solid, that's gonna be enough 3 times a week. We're gonna get that bicep growth. It's important as well, in between, to just shake your arms and just keep that blood flow going. I don't know if you guys have seen Pumping Iron, Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's just freaking doing his little wobbles, and then he tenses, leaning onto shit as well. And I think he's just leaning onto shit. You can learn a lot from Arnold, man. He's the GOAT. He's the fucking GOAT. People say, oh yeah, Arnold's on, you know, he's on gear, he's on steroids, so obviously, or he was, so obviously his training, he can train like that and stuff, but man, you can learn a lot from Arnold. Volume has its place. Hitting these biceps 3 times a week, some people might say that's overtraining. It's not, man. Never be afraid to chuck in an extra 20 sets a week on top of what you're doing. That extra volume, man, it can help you. It will help you. It will add up. Can't even feel these fucking things, man. 4 sets in, you're already feeling like this. That's the thing as well, guys, when you're training, man, like, yeah, do a couple of warm-up sets. Once you're warm, push it, man. Start pushing yourself. Push through that failure, you know? It's the key to growth. That's how you grow on anything. It's how you grow in life. You don't just stop when, oh, okay, I felt a bit good. But like, that's enough, that's what I can handle. Never find your limits that way, and you never grow that way. Parallels in literally everything, man. Everything you do in your life. Grab a drink, we're gonna come over here to the rack. It's the second exercise. This, man, this is a massive key for building your biceps. People shy away. I see a lot of people just doing dumbbells for their bicep curls. It's not enough. You wanna get the barbell, man. 4 sets of 10 reps. So with the grip on this one, guys, we wanna be getting our hands just down here by the sides of our hips. We're gonna have our hands, they're gonna be supinated slightly outwards, and we're gonna be hitting more of our inner bicep. We're just gonna go for 10 solid reps. If you need on those last 2 reps ideally, even sometimes you might need 3. If you need to get a little bit of hip swing to help get that bar up, if that's going to help you catch that weight more and get it on your bicep, people will say a cheat curl. But this is actually surprisingly, it's not so much of a cheat curl because that bottom bit of the movement, it is a lot of pressure on your forearm. You'll find when you can't go heavy on a barbell bicep curl, it's not because your biceps can't handle it. It's because your forearm, your inner forearm there where it joins, in the middle of your brachialis down there, you know, that's a big strain when you've got big weight there to get that up from the bottom, and especially at the sticking point when you get to that parallel and just kind of getting it up to that point where your bicep's going to catch it. So if you need, on a couple of reps on these, get a little bit of hip swing, start that curl off, and finish it with your biceps when your forearms can't hit it. So ideally, hitting about 1.5 minute rest on all these exercises. If you're hitting this at the end of a workout, you've already done like a 45-minute, 60-minute workout. Cut the rest periods down if you need, but ideally nothing less than 1 minute. You want to get a bit of recovery so that your performance is still there. Little bit too much cheat in that last rep, so I think I will take that weight down and go a little bit more strict on these next 2 sets on this. When you're doing a bicep curl, we want your elbows to be pivoted and locked in place right by the side of your torso. If you start pulling your biceps back, you're going to be dragging that bicep curl up a bit. You're not going to be putting your bicep through the range of motion. At the point where it starts to turn into that peak. You're going to be cheating a little bit. That's the last thing we want. We want to lock our elbows in so that we're building on those peaks. Mainly the inner peak, this is what this is going to be hitting. Again though, hand grips guys can change everything. If you've already got good inner biceps, hit a closer grip. Hit those hands in, the closer you grip, the more outer you're going to hit. Really, just hitting that wall. Hold the bar if you need to, reset. 2 more reps. For this last set, I'm going to take off these 2.5s. I'm going to go for 10 to 12 reps. Last set on this. Four more. Oh, the pain. So we've done the free weights, we've done dumbbells, barbells. Now we're going to come over to a cable setup. We're going to drop this down to its lowest point. We're going to get that rope grip. We're going to chuck it on. And we're going to do 4 sets of rope hammer curls. Ideally, 10 to 12 reps, even 10 to 15 if we can on this. So one thing actually guys, I see this a lot of guys can build, you know, big biceps and their forearms, man, are just lacking and just so out of proportion. It's the last thing you want. And that's solely from people only doing standing alternating curls or just curls like that. Where yeah, you hit a little bit of the inner forearm because it's a support muscle, but man, you don't want to be that guy that builds big arms and then your forearms are just lacking. If you're looking at your anatomy, your bicep, what's around it? Obviously it attaches up into your shoulder here, but down here we've got your brachialis, which is a supportive muscle from your forearm right into the middle of your bicep. That's where it ties in. From the side, that's what's going to give your arm that thickness when you're tensing, and this is just thick up this way, your brachialis, and this is what people don't do. They don't train it enough. So hammer grip variety, when you've got your arm like that, that's what's going to train that. So not only are your biceps actually going to get thicker, so let's say you're doing a normal curl, what do you see? You see that big gap there because we're building the peak. Alright, what if we go like that? It brings the brachialis right around into that gap, and that's what we're going to start building. That ties to your forearm. That's going to build that thickness from the sides in your arms, which a lot of people, they can go like that and they've got that sick peak, but on the side their arms look like nothing. We don't want that, obviously. So this is the finisher, guys. This is the final exercise. Hammer rope curls. Leaning back with it, elbows pivoted, locked in there in that pivot, squeezing up. So 15 reps for the first set, going a bit lighter, feeling it out. Next set we're going to go a fair bit heavier, going for 10 to 12 reps, failing in there. So notice when I'm doing this exercise, my hands, I've got the ropes locked together, my hands are together. My elbows are also locked in at my sides. I'm not trying to go like this and stuff. You start like trying to swing up in under it, start taking off that brachialis. Unlike the other exercises where it's okay to take that tension off the forearm because it's our support, we're actually training this part of our forearm in this movement, the brachialis. So we want to keep it on there. All right, let's go. Heavier set. Lock in and just squeeze it up. Solid weight. Just going to do another 2 sets on that. That's all you're going to need, literally 12 sets of biceps at the end of each of your workouts 3 times a week. I know I said 15 sets at the start. If you want to do a couple of warm-up sets on each exercise before you do your 4 working sets, that's fine. So that's where you'll hit that 15 reps today. I was feeling warm already. I'd already trained. As well, I like to go like this with my wrists, pronating, supinating, just still stretching out all my forearms. Let's go. Boosting up again. Minute and a half. Man, that's pump right now. You guys are gonna have this. Give me a DM as well on Instagram if you try this. If you start doing this, I want some of you guys DMing me in like a month and saying, Freeze, I put an inch on my arms, my biceps from doing this. Let's go, last set. Let's go, 2 more. One more. So there you have it, guys. Biceps pumped as hell after this. I guarantee you that if you hit this 3 times a week for the next month, you're gonna see massive growth in your biceps. Like I said, we hit our biceps overall, our forearms, our inner, our brachialis. Don't forget about that brachialis like we talked about, that thickness from the sides. I'll say as well, if any of you guys want more variety in your training, if you're bored of your current training routine, your programs, you've been hitting the same routine for too long, go check out my online master trainer. It's to give anyone who needs a variety in their training, because I know what it feels like to be hitting the same routine for so long and you just feel so bored of it. You fall out of love with training, what you once loved. It happens with everything, man. Like when you do something too long in your life. Give me a DM as well if you sign up. I'm keen to get as much feedback from you guys as possible. And already I just want to say thanks to everyone who's already signed up into the platform. It means a lot, you know, I've been working really hard on this damn thing. So that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the vid. And I'll see you in the next one.